this assembling capability, and it is, let me say, the is 25 client on one side. This is a short example that I get from the Cisco guys, and here we have, for example, the X2025 outgoing backbone. So it's easy to give an idea understandable to everybody. As you may see, X25 is interested only in level 1, level 2, and 3. I will run on this because we are in the business track. So just to give you the idea again, there we have the data link layer, and downstairs the network layer. One important thing is here that since it defined the X1-to-1 international data links, all the X25 routing is based on E2 specifications. So, I zoom on X25 user facilities because they can be the one where an hacker could be able to play. For example, if we talk about a NUI, what is a NUI? I will explain you after, but a NUI is the network user identification. So, if you don't have a dedicated X25 link, you may still be able to connect to an X25 network via PSTN or ISDN. But the dial-up will answer you, will ask you for a user identification on which bill all the stuff you are going to do. RAW is not so interesting, but for example is an analogy with the IP world, and another analogy is with the PSTN. If we call about caller radio redirection, it's possible to call a NUA, let me say 1, 2, 3, 4, and to find yourself connected to another NUA in another country also maybe, and this is the caller radio redirection. It is very common in Australia and Asia, for example. Hunt group is like in the PBX or in the telephone environment where you call a phone number and the number is busy, but automatically it will try to select and balance all the other calls to give you an answer anyway. And the mnemonic codes are so funny, and I will also show to you, because in some countries, like for example in the United States of America, if we talk about Sprintnet, they don't use noise so much, but they use a mnemonic code. A mnemonic code, to give you the idea, is that I connect to the Sprintnet dial-up, and instead of inserting a very strange NUI code that is hard to remember also for the employees, I will just write down AT&T, and it will connect me to the AT&T X25 address assigned to that specific mnemonic code. We do have many ways of accessing X25, but before, let's talk about the networks that we are able to find. I categorize them in some categories. So we have the worldwide Net MCI, or it was known as Telenet, SITA, that is the Société Internationale de Travaux Aeronautique. It means international company for air stuff, and SITA, for example, is the worldwide company that they manage the connection in all the airports of the world. Excuse me. We have the big ones, British Telecom Tymenet, AT&T with Accunet, DataXP in Germany, Cable and Wireless all around Asia. And those are the most famous and known because they are so widespread and so they have been hacked so much in the past. We have the PAC ones. Itapac is from Italy, Transpac is from France, Iberpac is from Spain, and so on, and MyPac is from Malaysia. And then the net one, Isranet, PACnet, that's from Taiwan, Wasnet is from Russia, and so on. We have many ways of accessing to X25, and it can be legally or not, of course. So you may be full of money and you buy your leased X25 line. So as I explained to you before, you are always connected to X25. Or you could dial up via PSTN to the dial up, and having your NUI or still a NUI, insert your NUI, insert the X25 address of the system you want to get connected to, and there you go. But there are also a lot of dial-up on toll-free. So this is a good news for an hacker, since he will not pay the phone call, the original phone call. Everything is toll-free, and it may be also useful to build an automated NUI scanner to be able to find other NUIs to abuse or use. Then we have what I call official Internet to X25 gateways. They are not so common anymore, but in the past it was pretty easy to find around free systems that were able to bridge you from X25 to the internet, or vice versa as well. And then attackers could, of course, have hacked system that links again both to the two networks, or we can also have X25 over TCP/IP, XOT, as an RFC. Then, of course, all the attackers can use outdials, calling card, or hacked PBX to call their own X28 dial-up path. If they do in this way, to do a backtracing operation, of course, is not so easy, because when the authorities, they will try to backtrace, they will go back to an abused PBX or just as a calling card or other companies' PSTN lines. And the funny thing is that it's possible I could use a NUI from Malaysia, if I have it, even if I am from Italy. So the only problem, of course, would be the international phone call. But again, a calling card could be okay to fix this issue. X25 addressing is nice to understand. As I told you, NUA, network user address, can be linked to one single system, but there are some networks where if you just change the DNIC and the rest of the NUA, it remains the same, you will be connected to the same system, even if it is in the US or in Saudi Arabia, let me say. Monica, I gave you also some hints, but mnemonics are so common on TimeNet, on SprintNet, Autonet as well, and there are all American X25 networks. If you have still an X28 access, you could try to call this NUA. This is from the American TimeNet gateway, and you will see that he will ask you where do you want to be connected to. So the DNIC is nothing more than the international code for a specific country. So the DNIC is 3 digits, and then we have one more that identifies the X25 network instead into the specific country. So, for example, 311 is from the United States of America, 0 is for SprintNet, 212 is from the Raoul, New York, and the final X25 address is 10126. The same thing in Cyprus. They decided to use the area code of Limassol, that's a town over there, in order to have the AC. So it decided to share the world into 7 main areas. As you will see, the most that I think is Zone 1. Zone 1 is the 4 X25 networks that manages the ocean, so Atlantic, Pacific and Indian Oceans. 2 is for Europe and a part of the formerly Soviet Union. 3 basically is for North America, Central America and the Caribbean area. 4 is all used for Asia, 5 for Oceania, and 6 is for Africa. The 7-1, it shared again about a part of South America, a part of Caribbean and Central America. Why it is so important? Because if you learn this thing, you will be able to identify in which country a NUA belongs to in 2 seconds and no more. I've brought also some DNIC to show to you and to try to demonstrate that we are talking about a completely different thing from the internet. So this is, I'm going to show you 3 extracts from the ETU official documentation as of year 2003, and they publish all the DNIC of the countries worldwide. So, for example, if we talk about E, we have Indonesia over here, we have Inmarsat, as I was telling to you, the 3 oceans. In Italy, it is curious to notice that at the beginning we only had 222, is for Italy also, always, and the final 2, it was for Itapac. Why? Because at that time, Italy was under the telephone monopoly, so only the national telecom company was able to have their own X25 network. After the regulation, other telecom company they started to ask to ITU for their own X25 network. So we can see Unisource, Infostrada, and Wind that are other 3 players. It may be also useful for you to notify how in a country highly technical developed as it is in Japan, that they have more and more networks around, and also for example, each big Japanese multinational, as can it be Fujitsu, Hitachi, Toshiba, and so on, they have their own worldwide X25 corporate network around. Australia is a strange case because they decided, as you may see, that the NIC is always here, 505, and then they decided to add more digits to share around the other telephone carriers. But I've been amazed when I've seen that the Australian Department of Defense, it is on X25 on a specific area. This means, in a few words, that to be able to find some government system from the Australian Department of Defense, in my opinion, it should take just 1 or 2 days to scan for X25 address in this specific area. 3, US are the most funny to me because they don't have a telephone monopoly, of course. They are free market since the 80s, so they got a lot of telecommunications company that run their own network over there. But we have also multinational, as it can be for Schlumberger, but we may also have some kind of spy game enjoying, because we have the United States Department Diplomatic Telecommunications Service that is called Black Packet SDN. And this can recall a little bit spying games and enjoying of this kind. Or also we have, as 3166, the United States of America Department of Treasury Wide Area Network. This means that it connects all the departments in all the United States of America, and maybe also abroad. Malaysian example, you do also have the main one that is 5021, and this my pack, but as well you also have others is 25 network here. So some homework now. Let's say that we are a company based in Italy, in Torino, and we have some more branch in Genoa, in Milan, and in Bologna. All of them could be connected via Italy is 25, so again is 222, and 2 for Itapac, so 2222. And all of them will have an assigned is 25 address as